AC voltage source connected across a capacitor. This is also known as C circuit. When we connect a capacitor to an alternating current source, then what is the relation between V and I? What is graph for this? So in this video I am going to analyze this. So first understand behavior of capacitor when capacitor is connected to DC voltage source, means direct current source. This is symbol for a capacitor और हमें पता है कि एक पैरेलल कैपेसिटर, समझने के लिए हम एक पैरेलल कैपेसिटर लेते हैं। एक पैरेलल प्लेट कैपेसिटर में दो पैरेलल प्लेट्स होती हैं एंड बिटवीन द प्लेट्स देयर इज डाइलेक्ट्रिक मटेरियल, मींस इंसुलेटिंग मटेरियल. So no current can flow from first plate to second plate. Now when we connect this capacitor to a direct current source, for example a cell, and a key is provided in this circuit, so this is open circuit. Now as we press this key, means circuit is on, then what happens? बैटरी के नेगेटिव टर्मिनल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैपेसिटर की इस प्लेट पर आएंगे और इलेक्ट्रॉन कैपेसिटर की इस फर्स्ट प्लेट से बैटरी के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल की ओर मूव करेंगे. सो इन दिस वे दिस फर्स्ट प्लेट बिकम्स पॉजिटिवली चार्ज एंड सेकेंड बिकम्स negatively charged, and charge at any moment is given by this formula Q is equal to CV, where V is potential difference between the plates and C is capacity of the parallel plate capacitor. So current flows for very short time. As we complete this circuit, then there is momentary flow of current because of flow of charge. अब कैपेसिटर की प्लेट्स के क्रॉस वोल्टेज तो तभी इस्टेब्लिश होगा ना जब उसमें कुछ चार्ज आ जाएगा. सो इनिशियली V इज जीरो, पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस बिटवीन द प्लेट्स ऑफ कैपेसिटर इज जीरो इनिशियली, एंड एज चार्ज कम्स ऑन इट्स प्लेट्स देन इट्स वोल्टेज स्टार्ट्स टू रेज, एंड व्हेन potential difference between the plates of the capacitor is equal to potential difference between the terminal of the battery or cell, then current stops, then there is no flow of current. So in this condition capacitor is fully charged. Now since there is dielectric material between the plates of the capacitor, so no charge can flow from first plate to second plate, or no electrons can flow from second plate to first plate, because here are no conduction electrons, there is dielectric material, और इसमें पोलराइज होगा मटेरियल. ये सब हम कैपेसिटर में पढ़ चुके हैं. सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दैट. इसे आप जानते हैं तो हमें यहाँ पर ये सब नहीं समझना है. लेकिन यहाँ जो एक बात हमें समझनी है वो क्या है कि डीसी के साथ इसका बिहेवियर ऐसा है. करंट जीरो हो जाएगी आफ्टर सम टाइम एंड वोल्टेज इज मैक्सिमम. नाउ व्हेन वी डिस्चार्ज दिस कैपेसिटी through a resistance, then also there is flow of current for a very short interval of time. There is momentary flow of current. क्षणिक रूप से धारा बहेगी तब तक जब तक कि कैपेसिटर की प्लेट्स पूरी तरह से डिस्चार्ज नहीं हो जाती हैं. अब जब हम इस कैपेसिटर को एक अल्टरनेटिंग करंट सोर्स से कनेक्ट करते हैं, its voltage is given by V is equal to V naught sin omega t, where omega is angular frequency of alternating current source and t is time, V naught its peak value. तो हमें पता है कि इसमें पोलैरिटी चेंज होगी. दिस इंड इज पॉजिटिव, दिस इज नेगेटिव फॉर हाफ द साइकिल, फॉर हाफ द टाइम पीरियड, एंड आफ्टर हाफ टाइम पीरियड दिस इंड इज नेगेटिव एंड दिस इज पॉजिटिव. So there is alternate change of polarity in this capacitor plates also. पहले इस प्लेट में प्लस चार्ज, इसमें माइनस चार्ज है, और जब इसकी पोलरिटी चेंज होगी तो चार्ज ये प्लेट निगेटिव होगी, ये पॉजिटिव होगी. तो सो इन दिस वे देयर इज ए ऑसिलेटिंग करंट इन दिस सर्किट. सो वी मे से दैट करंट इज पासिंग थ्रू दिस कैपेसिटर. अब यहाँ देखिए कोई भी कंडक्शन करंट नहीं फ्लो होगी, and there will be phase difference between voltage and current. Suppose at any moment charge on the capacitor plates is Q, so potential difference between the plates of capacitor V is equal to Q upon C, where C is capacity of this capacitor. For V, we may write V naught sin omega t, so V naught sin omega t is equal to Q upon C. Now we know that current is rate of flow of charge, so I is equal to dq by dt or ddt of Q. So this is differential coefficient of Q with respect to time. Now as Q is equal to CV, so for Q we may write CV naught sin omega t. So I is equal to V naught C into ddt of sin omega t. Differential coefficient of sin omega t is omega cos omega t, because omega is constant here. Now this omega naught C omega can be written as V naught upon 1 upon omega C. See how? V naught upon 1 upon omega C is equal to V naught divided by 1 upon omega C, or this is equal to V naught omega C. Or we may write V naught into omega C is equal to V naught divided by 1 upon omega C, or this is equal to V naught upon 1 upon omega C. So this expression can be written like this. Now replace this 1 upon omega C by XC. So maximum value of current when voltage is peak means maximum value of voltage is V naught, then maximum value of current I naught is equal to V naught upon 1 upon omega C. Now we know that I is equal to V upon R. So if you compare it, then 1 upon omega C actually playing a role of resistance which is known as capacitive reactance. We will not speak for this as a resistance because this is not producing heat. Resistance produces heat, but जैसे जो रेजिस्टेंस है वो करंट को कंट्रोल करता है, वैसे ही 1 अपॉन ओमेगा सी टर्म भी करंट को कंट्रोल कर रहा है. सो दिस इज नोन एज कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस. आई नॉट इज इक्वल टू वी नॉट अपॉन एक्स सी. I naught is current, V naught is voltage across the capacitor plates, and Xc is capacitive reactance. One more thing, for cos omega t we may write sin omega t plus pi by 2. So there is phase relationship between current and voltage. If voltage is V naught sin omega t, then current is I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. Unit of this capacitive reactance is also ohm. Now this is for phasor diagram. Since current leads the voltage by 90 degree or pi by 2 radian, or we may say that voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2 radian. So this is graph for V and I. When I is maximum, V is 0. When I is 0, V is maximum. Since current is 90 degree ahead of this voltage, so phasor diagram for this is like this diagram. Its projection on y-axis means on vertical direction gives the instantaneous value of voltage and current. V is equal to V naught sin omega t and I is equal to I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is phasor diagram in simple way. I is 90 degree ahead of voltage, so this is V and this is I, or we may draw it like this also. This is V and this is I. Now as Xc is equal to 1 upon omega C, so as frequency increases, capacitive reactance decreases because Xc is proportional to 1 upon omega. Now if linear frequency is nu, then omega is equal to 2 pi nu, so Xc is equal to 1 upon 2 pi nu into C. For AC, suppose nu is equal to 50 Hertz, then this omega will be equal to 100 pi radian per second. So if frequency increases, capacitive reactance decreases. So graph between Xc and omega is like this. As omega increases, Xc decreases. For DC, capacitive reactance is infinite capacitor will block the DC. There will be only momentary flow of charge. But as omega is 0, then Xc is equal to infinite. So capacitor blocks the DC. Only momentary flow of current is there during charging and discharging. So this capacitor passes alternating current and blocks the DC. This is graph between V and I. With time there is phase difference of pi by 2. So if V is equal to V naught sin omega t, then I is equal to I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. So voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2 radian, or current leads the voltage by pi by 2 radian or 90 degree. Thanks. Have a nice day.